A young man tried to impress two women by jumping into a panda enclosure at a zoo in China. The dude scaled a 4-foot wall and leapt across a 9-foot ditch so he could go one-on-one with the 265-pound bear. Oddly, they let the panda live. Can you believe that?
Thank God.
Look, this guy put his life in danger, but he did it to impress a woman, Kat. That's impressive, isn't it?
How is that impressing a woman? Okay, first of all, every moment you're spending unnecessarily fighting this panda is a moment you're not paying attention to me. Which is how I prefer you spend all of your attention, all of it. Like, actually all of it. Unless you're spending attention doing something else indirectly for me, like, you know, like making money or, you know, like becoming a good person in society, something like that. But fighting this panda, you like what is like this? See how I'm trying to have words, but I don't.
It's tough. They're tougher than you thought, right?
No, it's a giant bear. Of course, I think it's tough.
If he wanted to impress the ladies, he should have gone to fight something that's a little more threatening than a panda, like a Bengal tiger, which would then have finished this idiot off, which is what should have happened to him.
That wall is too high, though. It's a 4-foot wall on the panda. That's the only one he could scale to.
The panda is beating him up, but it's still adorable. It's still like an adorable. Yeah, now he runs. Yeah, the pandas. I love it.
I don't understand how it's still so popular, the jumping into the enclosure. People can't get enough of that, and it never works out.
They really can't.
But that panda was really good with the low single leg as a wrestler. I was impressed with that.
That was
good technique on that.
He did use technique.
He took him down. He rolled on top of it.
Somebody who jumps, unless it's a kid, but most people, if you knowingly jump into an enclosure,
you get.
I want to see the end of you.
The pandas, you can only see them in China, right? Didn't we try to have a panda over here?
They're not very cooperative.
Washington Zoo for a while.
It doesn't work out, though. So we let the Chinese have their pandas. I think they should enclose them. If the Chinese are going to be keeping the panda, they've got to put they've got to fence it in better.
Well, if you're worried about any legal repercussions, I did note in the article or in the story it said that the authorities have identified the man as a Mr. Chen. So that ought to narrow things down.
Exactly. There's only.
Why not say he was also 5'6", dark hair?
You got to fence it in better. The guy jumped over a moat to get to the panda. The panda's entitled to range free in a humane zoo. It's the idiot who goes across the moat and jumps in there to bait the panda.
Okay, good point taken. These aren't even bears, are they? They're something else. They're like raccoons, aren't they?
They call raccoons trash pandas. That's a fact.
Do they really?
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's I read stuff like that instead of the email scandal. But there's a picture of and it's not photoshopped. It's a panda being transported on a plane in a seat with a seatbelt on, eating bamboo. It's amazing.
Cutest thing in the world. Very special thanks, Katherine Timpf, Michael Riedel, Tim Dillon, Joe DeVito, and me, Tom Shillue. I thank you, and I'll see you again.